All right, Hobie. So I don't want to be perceived as abandoning ship. Y'all know I'm a Dragon Ball lifer. It is what it is over here. But we got to talk a little bit about Demon Slayer Infinity Castle because it slaps. I can't lie to y'all. I was so surprised. So let me just tell y'all about this experience with the movie and just give it a hearty recommendation from somebody that knows good cinema when he sees it, man. So first, I gotta talk about the animation. So UFOTable, bruh, what do we talk? So I first got put on to them as a studio on their work with the Fate/Stay Night series. Yeah, I'm deep in my bag. Y'all know how big of a nerd I am out here. But in the Fate/Stay series, I remember, man, it's crazy. So I think it was when my son was born. So this was years ago. I first started watching Fate, and I think it was like Unlimited Blade Works was like. So I got in at a really weird point, but that's when I knew that these guys were the truth, and they're the ones that were doing the animation for this Demon Slayer film. Man. Bone tap the teeth, y'all. It is amazing. The cinematic quality, the camera sweeps, the fluid animation and motion, bro. Like, and even the use of CGI, because I'm the first one to call out some Garbo CGI when I see it, but they were on something different, bro. The movie is absolutely beautiful, and it's kind of setting the benchmark, bro. Like, it's I can't believe how hard they managed to go, and the movie is like 2.5 hours long. Like, I cannot imagine the amount of work it took to craft this level of art for this long of a feature film, bruh. Like, we gotta give them, like, they deserve their flowers, man. Candles, the whole nine. They deserve it all, because that's an insane level of quality to be keeping up with for that long. And to be real with you, man, it hits to so many peaks. Like, I think about like the newest Broly movie, like the UI Goku moment. You know, we got some Sakura happening over here in Dragon Ball, but like, it hits those highs and then some, bro. When we're talking about these moments of intensity and hype, and I mess with Demon Slayer. I never thought I would, because it got popular a ways back, and it really, really blew up over here in the States. And I thought it was gonna be just some completely overrated garbage shonen. But then my daughter who was born, and I wanted to just introduce them to some animated stuff, man. Like something a little bit more like casual, but like visually interesting. So we started watching some Demon Slayer, and she got hooked. And when she got hooked and she got really into it, I got into it. And I gotta say, man, it's cool to watch this in this movie. They did their thing. It feels like UFOtable's flexing, bro. The studio's flexing. They're on something different than everybody, to be completely honest. This movie is just a masterclass, bro. So another surprise for me was the story. Like, it was way deeper and more philosophical than I was expecting. I was making that Fate/Stay Night comparison, bro. It's got more weight than I was expecting. Or one of the main demons in the story has this whole like diatribe of like atheism and like this hatred for humanity and like their belief system, where I was like, oh shit. Like, I was sitting there in the theater, he had me sitting there scratching my head. I'm like, bro is going off right now. Is this a Sam Harris lecture? Like, what are we? He was really going in these themes of like nihilism, hope. Like, I'm saying, this is a moss, man. Is he talking? Like, what do we got going right now? And with the homie Akaza, I'm gonna do my best to not like provide any spoilers or anything, but we learned so much about like that character's backstory, and there's so much like themes that we've talked about in some of my previous Dragon Ball videos with like Vegeta, Frieza, some of these other characters, Trunks, related to trauma and inadequacy, and the ways these things can influence you, the ways that they can shape your identity and everything, man. It gave it so much unexpected psychological depth in a series that I've always given crap for kind of being too entry level or surface level. And if my brother's out here listening, boy, you need to go watch this. My brother, he refuses. He thinks that it's exactly what I just said. It's too surface level, it's too shallow. Homie, if you watch it, go out there and watch this film, bro. It's too good. But anyway, another W, the combat, bro. My man Zenitsu getting his flowers in this, you know, kind of watching him go from like the cowardice, the comic relief thing, into like his presentation in this movie, bro. Like, it's given, you know, when like you have like Krillin like getting their moments, or like when I'm just saying, bro, like they really did that character some justice, and he arguably has one of, if not the hypest moments in the film. And then with Tanjiro, see, I don't want to get into spoilers, but like Tanjiro, like towards the end, he starts getting into his bag, and then we're starting to get some parallels with like the flow state and all, like low key, like Ultra Instinct, and just, bruh, it's too good. Like that this connection, DBZ heads. I don't know if y'all just mess with Dragon. Like, I know my community, y'all into a bunch of stuff. You know, we primarily talk DBZ over here. We talk Dragon Ball over this way. But give this film a chance, bro. I think you're gonna be, it's gas. I think you're gonna be surprised at how good this thing is. So the hype, man, it's just a beautiful film. I was surprised by the philosophy and the story elements. Some surprise character moments. Some surprise, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything more. Okay, so let me just, if I got any criticisms from the movie, because I've been glazing, right? But if I have any criticisms, it would be the pacing. The pacing, I would say, is one of the bigger ones, because I don't mind like backstory interruptions, but like it wasn't even just the amount of time, how long they were, but it was like the amount of times they would happen, and like you would be in the middle of like this hype ass moment, and then shift, and then now we got this person crying on the street corner, and then like I'm like, hold up, it was almost jarring, you know, like how quickly these transitions from like the most beautiful fight animation you've seen into like absolutely gut-wrenching backstory, and the movie kind of ping pongs in between both of these, man, where like the combat momentum can sometimes get cut short by those moments, and so like it can feel like a little bit it happens like a little bit too quickly, you know. It messes with momentum. And while it was deep, man, there's a lot of like emotion. It's emotionally rich and everything. It does it can kind of break it up, man. It can break up some of the hype and the rhythm, like we were just talking about. So like the storytelling, man, I gotta give it its flowers. It was actually really great, but just questionable pacing at times, man. The way that they kind of do it, you know, like I think about like all great ones, man. When you're telling a great story, it happens to, you know, DBZ. We definitely got like our pacing moments and stuff, especially when we're talking about filler and that kind of thing. But just closing thoughts, highly recommend this film, man. Like it's mad good, like visually, like masterpiece level, man. Again, you give UFOTable, that studio, their flowers, ridiculous. It's got a surprising amount of depth. You know, and even with like the flawed pacing and everything that we talked about, the story has something to say. You have these beautiful character moments. There was some comic relief. My theater was getting hyped, man. They were out here. We had people in cosplay. You could hear and then they're just people going off. My daughter loved it, even though she fell asleep because this ish is hella long. She's mad young, so she made it like about halfway or a little over halfway into the movie, and then she was out, bro. But don't let my daughter fool y'all. It's not because it was boring. It's because she's a little kid, man, and it's a long one. So you're gonna be sitting your ass down for some peak for a little while, but it's 2.5 hours of gas. It's actually really, really good. So Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, it's actually more than just Flash, man. It genuinely is. I'm surprised. There's the philosophy, the trauma, growth, and I don't know, man. Like, y'all let me know how y'all feel and everything. Have y'all going to see it? Are you going to see it? How'd you feel about the film? I love chopping it up with y'all a little bit about this. And if y'all are into it, we can I'll make a playlist. You know, we can call this like our anime side quest moment and stuff, where we can talk about a few different series, a few different things that aren't directly Dragon Ball related, but still in our anime and manga ballpark. Let me know if y'all still have an interest in that kind of thing, man. I would love to be able to chop it up more with y'all. Appreciate you as usual. Thank you for watching the video. If you're interested, channel memberships, early access to videos, $5 a month, member exclusive stuff, hanging out with a really chill community, and it goes a long way with just keeping the channel alive, man, and helping me do my thing. So y'all be easy, go watch some Demon Slayer, and catch y'all soon.